Yeah, Stella, baby. Finna get right. Here we go. Yeah, listen. I ain't really trying to hold too much pride. Feeling like Michael, how I beat those odds, yeah.
Welcome to Unapologetically Divorced. This is where we talk about releasing the weight of everything that is holding you back. I am Brittany Bossup. I am an international keynote speaker, a podcaster out there, and a licensed professional counselor. And today we're going to talk about how to heal your heart. We have this amazing quote here. It says, "A broken heart is an open heart ready to heal." So if you think about that, anyone that has gone through challenges in their life, they've all gone through things that have hurt them, that have cut them deeply, whether it was betrayal, whether it was finding out things that just really hurt you to your core. But had those things never happened to you, you would never be able to heal. You wouldn't be the person you are today. You wouldn't be more observant. You wouldn't be this person who now takes the time to discern things. You wouldn't be the person you are today had you not gone through those things that you have encountered. And so life is about us being able to learn those lessons. I know growing up, a lot of times people would say, "Oh, you have to repeat the lesson until you learn the lesson." And while that might very well be true, in a sense it is, in understanding that, you know what, I do not have time to keep repeating these types of lessons. So at some point or another, we're going to wake up and learn the lesson that we need to learn, right? And so as you think about your heart and you think about healing, you have to think about this understanding, like, where do I even start? Where do I even begin? And when you're going through certain things, if we were to take divorce, for example, that is something that allows you to really know the true colors of people. That is something that you go through that a lot of times people don't have the answers to help you, or they don't reach out to you because they don't know what to say. And so the person that's going through it, they're left alone. They're abandoned. They feel hurt. They feel like, wow, I don't know who to trust. And then the ones that I do try to confide in, they have, they don't answer their phone, or they just don't have anything, good to say, or they want to flip it on you. And so the reality of it is knowing, like, okay, here I am. I'm here with my heart that's been broken. And so that reminds us of Psalm number 34, verse 18, which says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit." And so what that means is if we turn and focus on God, we will start to see a renewing of our mind, a renewing of our heart, and just be different. You're going to start approaching things from a different perspective. And I say that because as I share this with a lot of my clients, when we focus on the problem, then you're going to see more problems. But if we choose to focus on the solutions, then we'll start to see solutions. And so life is about your mindset, how you choose to look at it. It's almost like people talk about the glass, right? Do you view it as half full or half empty? But in a sense, it's very true in your mindset. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is super, super powerful. And so you have to be willing to do the work. Do the work on your mind. So you might be asking yourself, what is it I need to do today? Well, what you would do as an actionable step is I want you to take 10 minutes to journal about what does healing mean to you? What does the best version of yourself who is healed, what does that begin to look like? Because I promise you, when you think about yourself and you think about healing, you think about letting go, and you think about being this person who you really are and getting back to yourself, regardless of what it is that you've gone through, it's going to start there with you truly doing the work to be whole and to heal yourself. So in order to do this, you have to be willing to forgive yourself. Healing is a process. It's not something that happens overnight, but it is a process. But what I have found is those who are willing to say, you know what, Lord, help me, heal me. I'm hurting. Those are the ones who are able to really make it out on the other side. So in my book titled Unapologetically Divorced, I want you to think about, actually, I want you to read chapter 1. And there's a section in there that talks about forgiving yourself and others. So I'm going to read an excerpt from it. It says, "Forgiveness is not about others, it's about you. As a mental health therapist and someone who has walked a personal journey of forgiveness, I've come to understand this deeply. So often we think holding on to the pain, the betrayal, or the memory of how someone treated us somehow shields us from further harm or makes us stronger. But in reality, true strength comes from letting go, not of the memory itself, but of the power it holds over you. And I love this last sentence, not of the memory itself, but of the power it holds over you. Because we hold on to those memories, we replay those memories on repeat, honey, in our head over and over and over. But there is power when we let it go, because we say, you know what, you're not going to keep having power over my mental state of mind, robbing me of my time that I'm spending with my children or my family or my friends because of the things that you did wrong to me. In some way or another, you've learned to flip it on me. And I continue to take this abuse of pain. Well, I'm here to let you know that ends today. Stop replaying it. Stop allowing it to have power over you. Because this person, haven't they robbed you of enough of your present mind? Haven't they robbed you enough of your joy and your ability to smile? Well, rise up. Rise up and know that you are not that person anymore, and you do not have to put up with things that are no longer serving you in this season. So I want you to make sure you go to yourtransformationalhealing.com, and I want you to download my 5-step self-doubt detox. Again, yourtransformationalhealing.com, 5-step self-doubt detox. And as we close, we want to listen to this affirmation. We're going to repeat it together. We're going to say this: my heart is open to love and healing. My heart is open to love and healing. Because if you think about it, if your heart is closed, you can't receive healing and you can't give love. And so we have to understand, yes, that person is not deserving of your love, but that doesn't mean everyone is not deserving of your love. And that's why it's important to do the work and work on healing and do exactly what you feel led to do. So as I leave you in closing today, remember that your heart is open to love and healing. Be blessed.
Yeah, Stella, baby. Finna get right. Here we go.